Hello everyone, I'm Ben Curse and welcome to today's video. Now, today is a bit of an oddball of a video. You can probably tell because I'm not in my normal recording area at right now, but also the fact that you guys actually cannot see me other than my hands. So, yeah, today's going to be a bit of a weird video, but this was a video that that I wanted to make for a while now, but the only problem was waiting for this thing to actually get here. Now, what this is actually, if you all remember from, think it was sometime last year, where I made this rather short retrospective on my history with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game and just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise in general. I made a video about that, and since then I've tried to try to build up my collection of Yu-Gi-Oh! Related stuff. Actually, probably should have brought the some of those things to actually fill up the background. But anyway, that's besides the point. But what I actually decided to get here is a haul of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I guess no, it's actually considered an eBay lot. It's a eBay lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I got online for like, I believe it was like 200 cards that I got for, very cheap. So this is a bit of an oddball of a video, but I wanted to make this because I wanted to try and make another Yu-Gi-Oh related video for quite some time now, but I wasn't exactly sure on what exactly to do it on. So I decided to. I was mostly inspired by some of the other Yu-Gi-Oh channels that I've been watching for a while now. They've done these sort of videos where they just get a lot of random cards to see what they end up getting. So I decided, hey, why not try to do it myself? So this video could either turn out to be really good or really bad, depending on what kind of cards I get here. I'm hoping that these cards aren't necessarily something that I'm not exactly into, because there's a certain point where certain Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like where they just become like not really that interesting, and I guess whoever decided to put it in a good old great value plastic bag. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this open up and see what kind of cards we get. I was actually rather excited when I first had this idea, because I wasn't sure what kind of stuff I was expecting, expecting to get. And lots of people would probably say that something like this is not necessarily what you'd call a good idea, but for how much I had paid for it, you're getting quite a lot of cards. I mean, some of them may not be in the greatest of conditions, but considering that, I'm not really planning on selling my collection anytime soon, I don't really have to rely too much on, actual card quality, as long as it's still viewable to look at. So I guess we may as well just go ahead and go from like right around here. This seems like a good enough pile to start with. So the first card we have is called, like, quite sure if you could see, yeah, you can see it pretty well on the camera there. At least I hope so. The first card is one called Magician's Robe. I think this is supposed to be the attire that Dark Magician wears. Although I'm not quite used to some of the designs for certain Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like when I think of Dark Magician, I think of the purple sort of attire that he had during the first season of the anime. But yeah, one thing about certain Yu-Gi-Oh cards is that if you look all the way as close as possible, look at how much text there is on that. So yeah, when it gets to the point where you have to read so much of that stuff just to figure out what a card does, that's sort of, I guess, and not necessarily a turnoff, because I do have like some cards that have a lot of text on them, but at least some of those are a bit more easier to understand than others. And oh, speaking of Dark Magician, here is Dark Magician right here. See, this sort of design I'm not really used to when it comes to Dark Magician. I'm more used to the purple related stuff. We got ourselves another Magician's Robe, and it looks like we got ourselves a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Friends' #1 waifu, the Dark Magician Girl. This is the her original, the classic artwork for Dark Magician Girl. You see this kind of text. That one's pretty easy to understand. But yeah, pretty sure I'm gonna have to give that to my brother Daniel, because he thinks he really likes Dark Magician Girl, so that's one for him. After that, we got ourselves a Cipher Mirror Knight. I think either I have this kind of card. I've had this kind of card before, or I know, like I remember seeing this kind of card. But again, look at all that text. Like that's it's a point. It's gotta be a point where it's like stop. Let's see. We got Flower Guardian Peony with Butterfly. Even the names for some of these are kind of on the ridiculous side. Yeah, there you go. It looks like we got ourselves a tuner monster. I'm actually wondering if these were put in like a specific order on like what kind of like cards they are. I'm not quite sure, but that would be nice if that's how they actually actually organize them. So there you go. I'm just going to be going through like a sort of rapid fire through at least the majority of these cards, at least ones that I don't really have all that much to say about. Oh, looks like we got ourselves a fusion monster right here. XYZ Dragon Cannon. I think I've heard of that name before. Yeah, because I could see I think that's X Head Cannon on the top there. So I'm pretty sure I could probably. Yeah, I think I have. I got that card from I believe it was from Kaiba's Starter Deck Reloaded that I think I actually showed off in that video. Looks like we got ourselves a Pendulum monster here, Descapot 008. I'm not quite sure if that's how it's technically said, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. I believe I have a card that's similar to this. One of the other, I think it's one of the other desk box. Cause I remember some of them have like that like 00 and then the number on it. Let's see. Got another one I'm not sure about. We got ourselves another pendulum and another pendulum. Super Heavy Samurai General Jade. That's a pretty cool looking design for a card. You got like that sort of like mecha kind of samurai look. It almost looks like something out of from G Gundam, something like that. Another pendulum. Speedroid Horse Stilts. Like that guy does not seem pretty happy to be on stilts. He doesn't even have like actual legs. Let's see. Another fusion monster. That's pretty cool. 18 geared howitzer. I'm wondering if I'm going to be getting any sort of any XZ monsters or Synchro monsters at any point. We got ourselves a winged beast monster right here. That looks pretty cool. I think the only normal monster I've gotten so far was the Dark Magician. We got this guy. We got another fusion. We got miscellaneous swords. I think I actually saw a video where someone was trying to draw Yu-Gi-Oh cards from memory, and one of the cards ended up being Miscellaneous Saurus. We got ourselves another fusion. Oh, Hungry Burger. Actually, no, I've actually seen people use this card before. He's a bit of a, I guess not necessarily a meme, but it's just one of those like old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards that just has a bit of an odd but at the same time cool design. See these are the kind of cards that I was hoping to see a majority of. Let's see, got a couple trap cards here. DD Trap Hole, I think I have a few of those DD related sort of monsters that have that in their name. Sonic Boom, that's funny mostly because of the Sonic Boom meme from Gao from Street Fighter 2, as well as the actual series Sonic Boom. I just find some of these type of character names card names to be sort of ironic. Looks like we got a whole bunch of trap holes. Double trap hole. I actually have one of these somewhere in my miscellaneous Yu-Gi-Oh pile that I have, where I just put all the cards that I'm not really using at this point in time. Looks like the rest of them are almost nothing but trap cards. Oh, here we go. Beacon of White. Don't really know what that is. I believe I think I know I remember the monster that's on this card here, but I don't remember its name though. And looks like that's all for this pile right here. Not as many cards that I remember too well. But, you know, this is still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Let's go ahead and just put these right here. I'm just going to set aside Dark Magician Girl right there, because I already know who I'm going to give that to. And we'll just go from here with this sort of pile. Okay, looks like we actually do have a few more actual monsters here. Firegrass, I think I actually got a Legend of the Blue Ice pack at Walmart today, and one of the cards actually ended up being Firegrass. Oh, I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that name, but I do have a few of these type of monster cards right here. D human. What does the D even stand for? I gotta figure that out eventually. Not sure what this is. Performance of the Sword is another ritual monster, which is actually pretty cool. I actually do like the designs of most of the ritual monsters they have. Hain, yeah, Hain. Actually, this is actually one of the more nostalgic cards I had, because from the very few Yu-Gi-Oh cards we had back in the day, this was actually one of them, and this always had a sort of a really weird sort of design to it. But let's see. Now got ourselves another Hungry Burger. Dark Zebra, I think I have one of them. Pale Beast, I believe I have him too. You're seeing definitely a lot more normal monsters. Maybe I should have gone this part of the pile first. Frenzied Panda. That is quite the angry-looking panda there. Flame Champion. I know for a fact that I have them. Oh, here's one of the 6 samurai monsters. I think I have like 1 or 2 of these type of cards somewhere in my pile. Aqua Medora, I think I got him from the Kaiba's Reloaded deck. Oh, look, there's Baby Dragon. He's actually quite the one of the more classic Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. If you watch a bit of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, Joey used to fuse him with the Time Wizard, I think it's called, to make it to summon a Thousand Dragon. That's a pretty cool looking card. Hopefully, maybe Thousand Dragon is actually in this pile. I'm not quite sure about that though. Sword Stalker. I think this guy was actually in the original opening for the first season of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. I actually remember him holding that sword. Harpy's brother. I know for a fact that I have him. Oh, here's Demise King of Armageddon. I know I have him. Let's see. Is this another? Yeah, it's another ritual monster. Cyber Angel Ben 10. That's kind of ironic considering there's a series called Ben 10. Let's see. Oh, it looks like there's our first synchro monster right here. Altergeist Dragvarian. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's see. Here's a few more effect monsters. Oh, here is the bane of my existence right here, Link monsters, because I just find the idea of Link monsters being kind of unnecessary in a way when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why whenever I usually play Yu-Gi-Oh, or usually try to pretend to play Yu-Gi-Oh, I usually try to avoid using these as much as I can. I just prefer the old school rules of being able to special summon any number of monsters you want to the field. It looks like that's all the time that we have for this part of the pile, but we still got the rest of this pile right here to go through. So I'm actually going to go ahead and leave this part here, and then I'll see you all for part 2.